Let's talk about stamps. So this week we'll be talking about stamp news. Who is Eduardo Munez? Part 2. Hashtag stamp stories, hashtag freaks and errors of the movie, update. And our expert topic of the week is black blot stamp. Say that 3 times fast. No takers?
Yes, black blot stamps 3 times fast.
Okay, so stamp news. This is part 2 of Who is Eduardo Munez. Ruth Watt is joining us via a phone conversation to give us a behind-the-scenes look at this short film project. Hello, Ruth, and welcome to Stamp Show today. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us more about your project?
My name is Ruth Tapp. I am originally from Scotland in the United Kingdom, which is why I've got this funny accent. And about 10 years ago, I moved to London to become an actress. I've been working as an actress ever since then. Then in March this year, I suffered from something called a spontaneous pneumothorax, which is a collapsed lung, which just happens for no reason. I was just walking down the street and my lung collapsed, which was very unpleasant. I was in hospital for 3 weeks. I had to have surgery on my lung. And when I got out of hospital, I spent a long time in the house, not really able to do very much, feeling sorry for myself, watching daytime television and getting very bored. And then it was probably about 2 weeks after I came out of hospital when the first letter arrived for Mr. Eduardo Munez. And it really got me wondering, who is this guy? Why am I suddenly getting letters for him? First of all, it just started off with 1 letter, and then it was 2, and then 3, and then suddenly there was a whole pile of them. They seemed to be coming from all over the place. And it inspired me to think about, who is this guy? Why is he getting so much mail? Who are these people sending these letters? So I stopped feeling sorry for myself and watching boring UK daytime television, and instead I began writing the script for Eduardo Munez, which it was a short, dark comedy inspired by the wrong mail.
Ruth, can you please explain the plot of your movie and what format the movie will be released in?
Eduardo Munez is a short, dark comedy film about a man on the edge and a lot of letters. As I said, inspired by my real-life experience of getting this unwanted mail. So the main character has shut himself away from the world in an attempt to get away from the thousands of unwanted letters he's receiving each week. He's become housebound. He can't leave the house because he's so tormented by all this mail. And he's got to the point where he's now living upstairs because the downstairs of his house is just overtaken with all this piles of mail. And the sort of main narrative of our film is a battle of wills that unfolds between the man and the post lady who's delivering the mail. It all begins one day when he finally decides to fight back and starts posting the letters for Mr. Eduardo Munez back onto the street. There's also a third character of an old lady. She's very important to the story, and she comes round every morning around the same time as all the mail gets delivered to the man's house. But I don't want to give away too much about the story, so I don't want to ruin it for everybody. But that'll maybe give you a flavour of the kind of sort of quirky and unusual plot that we've got. It's going to be a short film, probably around about 10 minutes long, possibly slightly shorter. The reason for the length is that's the perfect length for festivals. So we're trying to keep it short and sweet and leave the audience wanting more, not wishing it was shorter than it was.
Please share with our listeners where this project is taking place and how people can donate to your project.
We are filming the project hopefully around about March 2016, and it's going to be filmed in East London in a place called Leytonstone.